Okay, you're going to want a couple of spring clamps. You're going to want a roll of magnetic wire. You're going to want a small dowel. The true size is not important. You're going to want a 1-inch dowel that goes into the spool. You're also going to want to make a couple L-shaped brackets. You're going to do a 1.5-inch hole, a 1-inch hole, and a 3/8 inch hole in order for the pipe and both dowel rods to fit in. Okay, so as you can see, I've got it all set up here. Just a few things I want to highlight. One is, let's see if I can adjust the camera here. One is this hole. Let's see if I can. Okay. So as you can see, this hole right here, that's where I'm going to start my wire. So what I need to do is I take the tip of my wire, I bring it down. Let's see if I can move back out here. Oops. Okay. And so now I've got my piece of wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back here. I'm going to loop it around my small one time. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it through this hole, in which case I want a little bit more. Then what this allows me to do is have a starting point, so I pull it out this end just enough. The next thing I do is I go ahead and I coil about a half around. And then I'll take a piece of Scotch tape and tape that into place. That'll help me keep from pulling that out. So now, as you can see, I got a little bit of a start here by hand. See how I'm just letting my fingernail just right along that side. See if I can get it in a little bit better for you. Well, here, before I do that, let's go ahead and get our drill hooked up. Okay, just a standard variable drill. All right, tighten that baby up. Now, one thing I did learn the hard way is that you want to start it just slightly first and make sure it's going the right way, because it makes a real mess of things if you're going the wrong way. Okay, so now, as you can see, my fingernail is riding right along this. So all I've got to do is and I don't want to go too fast, I just want to go consistent. Okay, now one thing you always want to have is some tape. Of course, I should have ripped off a piece first. That way, if you need to take a break, it's as easy as just doing that, and you don't have to worry about it uncoiling. So as you can see, I've already gotten about a ½ inch in just a few seconds versus trying to hand roll that, which would probably take, could take a very long time. Again, if we look over here, it's just a standard drill. It's just a variable speed. But what this allows you to do is have one hand on the trigger, and then again you just need a nail holding this together. Let's see if I can go out a little bit here. Oop, wrong way. So So I basically, when I'm spinning, I've got one hand up here, a fingernail right here, and here. And if we look, this goes down. Let's see if I can get a better shot. See how this goes down? It loops around this small one, and then it comes back up onto our pipe. So what the small one does is it gives us tension, because this doesn't fit exactly correctly. I mean, it's pretty loose. So that one wind gives us just enough tension to be able to spin that wire. Now, having said that, here are some things that I would change. First of all, the hole here, I would probably make a lot bigger, and then I would probably just buy some reducers so that I could start out with maybe a 3-inch on both sides, and then I could just reduce it down to what I needed, which would allow this to really be a unique thing. Now, I can tell you that the longest I've used this is about 24 inches. I think that you could easily scale it up to 8, but I'm not sure. So that'd be just a couple things I would do. The other thing I would do is maybe over here I would put another cap just to keep it from moving back and forth. You know, so there's definitely some ways that you could do this, but this is the easiest way I've found to wrap coils after searching the internet and finding only complicated solutions and that. Down there in the description, I will give you a complete parts list and the hole sizes for both the pipe, the dowels, etc. And I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video, and I hope it'll help you with your Tesla coils.